Merry Christmas, everyone. Thought I'd make a little video of my understanding of the origins of Santa Claus. Um, far as I know, because it's been a long time since I researched this stuff, so to the best of my recollection, this is the story of how the legend of Santa Claus came to be. A long time ago, 1,000 years or so, in a small town somewhere, there was a Catholic priest named St. Nicholas. Can't remember his full name, but he later became a saint after he died and was called St. Nicholas. Anyway, back in that time period, Christmas Eve, or the celebration of Christmas, was different than it is today. There was no tree and no Santa Claus and reindeer and stuff like that. But they still honored the birth of Christ. Back in those days, people were quite poor, and you were lucky if you had 2 pairs of socks. So it was common for people to have 2 pairs of socks, and you would wash 1 pair in the evening and hang them around the fireplace to dry. That was a common custom of the time. And on Christmas Eve, the custom was that everybody in the household would give each other presents, stuff them in each other's socks, to honor the birth of Christ. I don't know where the Christmas tree came in. There might have been a Yule log around at that time period, but there was probably no Christmas tree. But anyway, one year, the priest of the town, who knew everyone, he knew the town inside and out, and he's been in everybody's house, St. Nicholas, and he was a good guy. He was known for miracles. Miracles happened around him, healings and stuff. That's why he became a saint later on in the Catholic Church. But when he was alive, he was known to be a very humble and poor Catholic priest of a town, and nobody in the town knew it, but he received a very large inheritance. And he didn't change the way he lived. He lived very humbly even after he got the inheritance, and nobody in the town knew that he was wealthy. But all year long, he would minister to the people and watch everybody, and he'd make a list of who was naughty and who was nice, and he would take note of what people needed and what people wanted. And then come Christmas Eve, he'd go through that list, and he would give everybody presents in their socks, and if they were too big to fit in the socks, he'd put them around the hearth of the fire. Even if you were naughty, you still got a present. Might not be as good a present as everybody else that was good, but you still got presents. And you might have got a lump of coal in your stocking along with your presents, and that was a clear message to you that, hey, buddy, you might want to clean up your act and do better next year. But nobody knew. Christmas Day came, and wham, there was presents everywhere, and everybody got something that they needed and wanted, and nobody knew who did it. It was a mystery. And every year after that, it happened, and people in the town got crafty and tried to stake out their hearth and see if they could catch whoever was doing the good deed. And they never did catch him, because old Nicholas was pretty crafty, and he avoided it. Nobody knew it was him until after he died. And then they were going through his belongings, and they found journals and lists of presents and stuff, and discovered that he was wealthy, and found out that he was the mystery guy that was giving all the presents on Jesus' birthday. And the year after he died, somebody else in the community must have picked up the tradition, because presents still showed up on people's hearths and in their socks. And the story got told from there on that it must be the ghost of Nicholas. He must be an angel now, and biblical descriptions of angels say that an angel can fly around the world 7 times in 1 second. Now, if a being can fly around the world 7 times in 1 second, I think it can probably deliver gifts to everybody in one night. But anyway, that's a whole nother story. So it was believed, local legend was, that the ghost of St. Nicholas was now an angel, and that on Christmas Eve, to honor the birth of Christ, he'd fly all over the world and give everybody something that they need, something that they want. And that's my understanding of where Santa Claus came from. Have a good Christmas and a Happy New Year. From Tim Walking Bear, peace out.